What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Cargo, and I'm going to be doing an in-depth analysis of some of my gameplay on a deathmatch game. Now, to start off, I chose the marksman to play with, just because this is a fairly open map, and I wanted a gun that could reach out and touch people. Now, you'll notice right here that I didn't immediately go after that guy, and as any good player will do, they'll always wait when somebody runs past just a half a second or a second to see if anybody comes around the corner behind them. And then right here, I just wasn't paying enough attention, and I just ran in essentially into a bunch of guys in a turret, and it just didn't turn out so well for me. Alright, so I'm respawning, and I see there's a guy coming to the left, so I pretty much just get lucky, and I hit him in the head. His aiming was not on par, and then I see there's a guy running up after me, and so I shoot the turret and then jump back down, and I actually have no idea. He must have just kept running because he didn't show up. So I come to the outside to see if he was running down the stairs, and then I turn around and check behind me to see if he's coming back down the stairs he ran up. And I don't see him, so instead of trying to follow him, I just run back out here, see what's going on. Now I try and position myself, and then I see a guy behind me right here, and I'm able to pick him off despite the fact he gets to jump. Now you notice my aiming. I aim for at essentially the base of the head, so then the recoil shoots the bullets all up and down his head. Now, and that's a good strategy, and you'll see me do that a lot, especially with this gun. Now, I see the sensor right there, so I figured there's a guy nearby. So I jump across, and then I pick up this guy. Now, I'm not sure whether he was the one who dropped the sensor, but I was able to sideswipe him. Now, right here, I'm going for the guy, but then I miss the guy on the left side, and by the time I realize he's there, I'm already dead. So that was an oversight on my part, just not paying enough attention to the minimap. But stuff like that happens. You can't be paying perfect attention all the time. Now, at this point in time, I see the guy on the other side of the building. So I run up here, and for some reason he doesn't see me. And then he just disappears. I think he runs back outside and does a little circle. Now that right there was a mistake. I should have just shot him instead of trying to melee him, because he was engaging another guy and I could have gotten myself killed. Now I just got lucky there. Now you'll see a guy in the window, and right now I'm thinking about which direction I could go. So I decided to throw a grenade out the window to try and do some initial damage, and then I ran out to the right. Now this strategy allows him, like, he'll move towards the door because that's where he sees the grenades come out, and so he's focused on that, and then I run outside the right side and be able to pick him off. Now he did have a sniper, so that helped me out. But even if he had a more effective weapon like a carbine, I probably would have got him just because he wasn't looking at the correct side. Alright, now I'm just surveying the map right now. And this guy right here just spawns, and yet again I get lucky. But then I was faced with another key decision to make, whether I should run in directly after him or whether I should find another route. Because if I run in directly after him, he might be expecting me and might be able to kill me. But on the other hand, if I take too long getting around to another entrance, then he might be regenerating some health. So I decided to run around to the back here, and then I find him able to pop him off. And I did that because I figured he didn't have too much health left, so I'd be able. It would be less expected from him, and I would be able to, even if I took some damage, I'd be able to kill him before he was able to kill me. And then right now I'm just scooting around the outskirts of the map because when I play, I usually try and do a scoot and shoot strategy where it's you kill somebody and then you run off, because there's going to be people that follow you there because they can see you on the minimap unless you're using silenced weapons. Just like that guy there. He saw me on the minimap shooting, so he followed me and was able to clean me up when I was engaging another player. Alright, so right here was a good option for using the melee skill because there's no way he was going to be able to respond in time, so I could clean him up and I wouldn't give away my position since melee is silent. Now right here, I decided to pick off this guy just because he's an easy target and damaged, and then I see the guy in the doorway, so I back off a little bit, I make sure he knows I'm there, but then when I'm fully invisible, I run forward because I know he'll still be looking there, and I take him out in the back. And then I just get a nice headshot on that guy right there. I run around back to see if there's anybody spawning or camping, and then I go ahead and move out from there. So I just see a bunch of dots across the map, and they seem far enough away that I don't have to worry about flanking. But then there's a guy coming up behind me, so I turn around, strafe up his head, take him out, and then I see the atomizer guy. And I probably would have gotten him, except I got taken out by a turret or something. I still do not know exactly how that happened. But I died right there. So I'm spawning again. I know there's guys in the immediate vicinity just because I saw on the kill cam guys over here. So I shoot that guy, and he runs around the corner. Now, I am assuming that he's going to be right around the corner, so I decided to throw a grenade and then run off. Because I don't want to be in the same spot if he doesn't die and then pops around the corner again. So I got lucky there. Now, this was kind of a critical moment where I was missing a bunch of bullets, and so then I decided to melee him to get a bunch of damage since I was at close range, and then try and finish him off with some bullets. And I was able to do that quite nicely. Because if you're missing all your bullets just because you're taken by surprise like I was, then go ahead and do a melee attack, and either he's going to kill you, or then you're going to be able to clean him up with bullets after you melee him. Now, right now I'm surveying the minimap, and I see that there's a bunch of guys kind of globbed up on the minimap. Now, I don't know how close or far away they are, so to avoid running into the middle of them by going straight towards them, I decided to run around to the left so I can't get flanked and don't get run up by some guy coming up behind me. So I'm screwing around the left side of the map just because I don't know how far they are, and then I just keep doing the same thing. Now I see some guys coming up closer, so I'm able to take this guy out, but unfortunately for me, a guy with a 9 kill streak comes around the corner and just blows me away. And I don't know if he was on the minimap before, I wasn't able to see, but there's not much I could do about that one. So right here, just picking up an easy kill about a guy that stopped to shoot. And I got a nice assist over the top of his head, thanks to the strafing. And so I cloak, just because there might be a guy who spawned behind me. And I didn't want to get killed immediately after that first kill, because that'd be depressing. So I duck into these buildings just to avoid any direct fire, and so I can come up on the side of these guys. And so I run outside. I initially try to engage this guy, but he gets taken out, and that atomizer guy runs the building, so I run to the back of the building. I'm able to hit this guy in the back and then clean up the atomizer with a grenade. Now, I kind of got lucky here just because there's so many guys, people are shooting at different guys and switching targets, so I was able to run around the back and then pick off these two guys. But man, I was so close to being dead. So I cloaked, and then again just running around the outskirts of the map to make sure I don't get picked off from behind. So I run over here and I want to engage that guy, but then I see there's a second guy in here. So I decide to wait a little bit and see if they clean him up. So I'm pretty sure that guy killed him, so I run in, I get that guy, but he was able to get a Molotov and a turret down. So unfortunately for me, that didn't work out so well. But again, that was just a situation where there's not much you can do, because you don't know whether people are going to drop a turret and throw a Molotov in your face. Alright, well right here, again, I'm running up the skirts of the map. I pick off the guy who's predisposed, trying to take out the leapers. And then I run back over here, and I see the turret, so I throw my grenade, which really wasn't necessary. But I ended up getting a kill. Hooray! And then I back off again. The shoot and scoot idea. So I like sticking to the edges of the map, so that's just what I keep doing. Because that means you only have to defend 3 sides instead of 4, because the wall is to your back. And unfortunately, that didn't help me there when that guy flanked me and outshot me. That was just a case of a guy bettering me in combat. And so I threw a grenade in so I could clean both of them up, but one of them had already died, so I just got one. And then I see this guy running. Now, he didn't see me, but I know he's running towards the front of the building, so I just follow him back around so I can clean him up, because he's expecting guys at the front of the building, because that's where all the indicators were going off on the minimap. So then right over here, I'm just desperate to get my last kill, so I go for him, but then I make a note to stay behind this bar when I'm cleaning up the atomizer guy, because atomizers are really good at close range, as you probably know. But anyway, that's kind of my thought process and strategy while playing this deathmatch. Thanks for watching, keep calm, and super champion.